I will see. I've seen most people talking about Agent's class. Was Agent's class really that good? Agent's class was that good? You know, why not? Let's take a look at it. Honestly, Agent might be my favorite character from this entire situation. And so if I were to go, I would go for this class specifically. Not DDG. Come on. I think DDG had some content moments, but I think it's more useful for the streamers who are there and for the audience to take your class seriously and give a class actually that's impactful, as opposed to like just fiending for content moments. Like DDG was fiending for content moments, fighting his students, sticking his students out the party, things of that nature. Like he was doing it for the clips. Not saying that that's bad necessarily, because it's streaming, but I think that he's doing it for the clips. Agent actually giving good advice, I think it's cool. I haven't seen any classes, by the way. So you'd be like, what about Emily? What about Dante? I haven't seen anything, chat. Everything I've seen about Streamer University, I saw on this stream, so.
Just to give you an idea of what my pockets look like so you could better watch other people's pockets.
Okay.
Okay? Only reason I'm really showing this is because, like, as you make more money, there's some people that actually just pocket the difference, but I'm a content creator. I've been a content creator since I was 12. I like to be able to do cool shit. So you don't get a chance to do that unless you start generating real revenue. In the months where I generate more revenue, I do cooler shit. In the months where it's a little bit slower, I had to slow it down. It's a business at the end of the day. You can't run out of money, otherwise you had to sell your house. If there's a company I like, I DM them. I DM'd Cinnabon 4 days ago. I DM'd Popeyes last month. I did a deal with them last week.
I'm not even joking, chat. I'm not even joking. I am taking notes. I do not do this. Maybe I should. Companies email me and I haven't responded. There's a company that emailed me like 2 weeks ago to do a sponsorship, just did not respond. It is an actual legitimate company that I actually wanted to work with. They emailed me, I responded back. They connected me with somebody else. They emailed me, I didn't respond. So, you know, maybe I am the problem. I'll acknowledge I may be the problem. Teddy Fresh, sorry.
So I just reach out. So this was a rough month for me, January, in terms of revenue. Chat, you know this. We had the weight loss marathon this month. It was expensive, bro. The house rental alone was $80,000. It was another $80,000 on top of the rest of the expenses just for that marathon. I had to lose 25 pounds in 10 days. I gained all the weight back. But it was great content, though. It was fantastic content, and that's all that mattered.
Right? We haven't gotten to Onion Gate yet. We're gonna hold on to your thoughts.
The rest of the expenses during the month, the different segments that you do. Anytime you need to rent something, buy something, move something, transport something, flights you're booking for people, the team that you have, the payroll. It's a business, bro. So there's gonna be a lot of expenses, and it tallied up to $350,000, my nigga. It's a lot, bro.
Was any of that a write-off?
All of it is write-off.
That is a good question. I would not say all of it's a write-off. That's how you get the IRS coming after you. I will say, and this is my advice, never say all of it's a write-off. You say there are certain business expenses, dependent on the tax code and depending on how you've set up your business and corporation, that you could potentially write certain things off, right? I would stay away from blanket statements about everything being a write-off, personally.
Business expenses write-off. This whole thing, yeah. My personal expense is not in this because that would be personal revenue split. It's okay.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. Okay. That's fair. Thank you. Okay, cool.
To spend money on idea, even if you think it's not gonna make money. The reason why this was such a loser for us in terms of profit was because January has notoriously bad ads. And we didn't anticipate it was gonna be that bad. If we do this in December, the weight loss marathon would have been very profitable. Companies don't pay for a lot of ads in the quarter one. January, February, March. So what you wanna do is, so it's like you're still gonna make content. You're not gonna not make content in those months, but I didn't realize how big of a difference it was gonna be. And at the time, I think some niggas pull ads from Twitch. It was just a bad time for ads. And so I lost maybe like $100,000 on that. And I wasn't able to make the money back in the rest of the month, which is okay because I was happy with the content though. That's what I'm saying. That's the whole point of today's lesson is like, whoa, it's cool to lose money as long as you're happy with the content, because there's gonna be other ideas you have that make money that's not that high lift, that's not that high production. This is what the revenue looked like for January on Twitch. You could tell it's a marathon because I had 300-hour stream. I really want y'all to focus in on this though. This is why I'm saying ads are really underrated. Do you see this purple section here? Those are ads. If I remove the ads, my budget is eviscerated. So I'm saying it's underrated because it's the main way I get to do cool stuff. It also helps convert subscribers because niggas want to subscribe if there's lots of ads, but I wouldn't recommend that because the main priority for small streamers is discovery. As you grow, I would recommend it more and more. But I really, truly believe it, bro. Like without ads, and you can.
Yo, he has some sauce, chat. He's not wrong. He's not, he's not incorrect. Agent had ads running every 5 minutes yesterday. And when you were at that size, you can do that, right? As a smaller streamer, like I couldn't do that. I couldn't run ads it's not 5 minutes, it's 8 minutes, right? The lowest you can go down is running ads every 8 minutes, 30 seconds every 8 minutes. I couldn't do that because people would just click off my stream and watch somebody else. But if people are coming to your stream because of your personality, because of your audience size, because of who you are, like Agent, Kai, Tassan, even Asmongold, right? They're going to watch these streamers because they are these streamers. They can justify running a lot of ads, right? Because people will sit through the ads just to get back to their content. Ads every 8 minutes is insane. I mean, you're gonna watch it. Well, you might not watch it, but the audience is going to watch it.
Hold it up on purpose. Like on an average day,
January. My ads don't look like this, by the way. It looks roughly similar to this, right? It doesn't look like this at all. It is about 30% of my revenue comes from ads, 30% comes from gifted subs, 30% comes from individual subscriptions. My Twitch revenue, right? So if I make $30,000 in a year on Twitch, 10,000 of those dollars come from ads. Do you make any money if you have Twitch Turbo? Yes. The yellow bar you see here is Twitch Turbo. So Twitch basically pays or subsidizes the streamer's revenue for the ads that a user would miss from Twitch Turbo. So for Agent, it's mostly ads. Then for most streamers above the size of like 1,000 concurrent viewers, it's mostly ads. For some reason in our space, like in politics, subscribers are so much higher than average. Like I have 1K subscribers roughly right now. I'm not averaging 1K viewers. That's not normal. For politics on Twitch, maybe because it's such a parasocial category, I have a lot more. We have a lot more subscribers than we have ads. But for everybody everywhere else, it's the inverse, right? It's the inverse. They have a lot more ads than they do subscribers. There are people who have like 3,000 concurrent viewers who have 500 subscribers because they make a lot of money off of ads. Because the higher your viewership ratio is, the more money you make. I heard a good explanation for that, which is people are more personally invested in the subject, so we are more parasocial. Possibly, we're willing to toss a sub to a poly streamer than pay for some news site. To be honest,
this is a marathon, so I was live the whole day. Keep in mind, there's ads playing the entire day, $4,000, and that's a bad day because if this was done in December, that's gonna be $20,000, $25,000. In
that's
the months
insane.
where
He's not wrong. Yeah, it's insane.
You are buying more, advertisers are spending more. Black Fridays, Thanksgivings, Christmases.
He's completely correct. He's completely correct.
Season hits hard, summertime, people going on vacation. So this was Twitch, and this is what YouTube looked like in a little bit more of an optimized month. And keep in mind, like, these are just clips from the stream, bro. So if we take a look, also I nailed it on brand deals. We had a lot of mega brand deals that month. And so the overall revenue was fantastic. Even though we spent $500,000, we still made money. You get what I'm saying? So I spent $500, but I made $800. So that's a winner for us. You want
Bro, I don't even need that much money. Lord, I don't even need that much money. I don't even need that much money. I just want, if I can get to double where I am right now, where I can quit my job and be comfortable, that would make me happy. If I can get from making like 3 to 3.5 to 4 to making 6 to 8, That'd make me happy.
Higher end of monthly views on YouTube. The reason why I'm giving a range is because if you're in tech and finance on YouTube, you're at the peak. You get hella bread. You might make $15,000 from 1 million views. If you do pranks and IRLs, the chances are you're probably in the mid-range, 3,000 to 5,000. It's a huge behemoth of a difference. There's no way to just snipe it. You just have to account for the variables. What you need to understand about pocket watching.
Also, what I appreciate about this class and about Agent here is that he's not just saying, oh, just find out what's popular and do that. He's saying, if you're in this niche, you can expect to be making a little bit more money or a little bit less money, right? He's not saying, change your niche, do something else, do what's popular to make the most money. He's saying, you are creative, you're getting into this because you want to do stuff, you want to be creative, do that, but be aware that you may make a little bit less money than if somebody doing this as well, right? And this is something that's missing from other, like, you know, how to be a streamer classes or whatever, or how to make money as a streamer. They're not teaching you, this is what your platform is, here's how you monetize it. They're saying, do something else. What you're doing, don't do that. Do AI stuff, you know? AI automate Family Guy clip videos on TikTok and make a bunch of money like that. And I hate stuff like that. That's why I appreciate what Agent's doing here. Someone's watching this and he actually messaged me and said Agent's class, during Agent's class, to say that he was actually giving helpful advice. Yeah, it's very good. Gotta watch the second class because he goes into streaming and being a YouTuber too. Yeah, we'll do it. I have no problem watching all these classes.
Is that it's all variable. You'll make, hold on, quiet down. You'll make more money in September than you will in February. It's true. So, but that has to be accounted. Maybe you had a peak month. You can't say a nigga makes that every month. Maybe you had a bad month. You can't say a nigga makes that every month. It's impossible. So you have to account for all the variables. There's a lot. What ad rate they run, right? Even the length of their YouTube videos, because you could fit more ads in a longer YouTube video. That's why a lot of people run them VOD channels, because it's an 8-hour video, bro. You could span that bitch with ads. Like, there's so many variables that this should give you a baseline. If you see a nigga with 2,000.
I'm checking my ad payments. I'm making $0, bro. I'm making no money. We'll see for the last 90 days. Okay, maybe not no money, but on ads, basically no money, essentially. I do get 0 views though, so that's not crazy. Yeah, it's not even close. And my RPM sucks. That's probably has to do something with it. It's really bad.
Live viewers, and you looking at his streaming like he's probably running about half ads. You see a nigga with 2,000 live viewers, and you looking at his streaming like he's probably running about half ads. You can calculate them, watch for hours, see how much ads he's running. You can find out exactly how much that nigga makes. All right, man, now it's y'all turn to try, right? Let's give it a shot before I do it myself. Get in groups of 2, pocket watch. So all of that to say, work with that. That's your operating budget. Now you have an opportunity to cook a little bit more. Help grow your stream. I think consistency is important. In my 3rd class on Sunday, I'm gonna get more into strategy on how to grow as a streamer and stuff I learned and stuff like that. And I also want it to be cooperative. Like if there's things other people learn, we're gonna share it as a class so we all learn. But for today, I'm really just focused on the pocket watching aspect. Bet on yourself, bro. If you don't believe
I'm not even joking. Like I would watch Agent like actually give this class. Like I'm engaged. Like I'm like, okay. Like he might have found this like calling. If everyone wants to like quit streaming and actually go and be a teacher, like yeah, he cooked.
Who the f will? Hey, the purpose of this talk was I kind of wanted it to be funny, like packaging wise, pocket watching. But I hope you at least learned like one thing that can help you make a little bit more money, bro. Deadass. I hope you did. Appreciate y'all, man.
This is a talk, not a class though. No, it's a class.